breaking news first on ABC 15.
5 o'clock, let's start in West Phoenix, and we're going to take you to 59th Avenue and Broadway, where a deadly crash has shut down that intersection. It's a story you are seeing only on ABC 15 mornings as this is breaking. Let's get straight out to ABC 15's Katie Connor live on the scene. Katie, you're the only reporter there. I know you just got updated. What do you have?
Well, about a dozen officers and detectives are here on scene right now after a body was found, Chris, lying in the middle of the road. They say early this morning, a driver on this street right here found a woman lying where you can see those flashing lights. She was rushed to a nearby hospital where she later died. Police say she was hit by a car when she was walking in the street, but the driver did not stop. Officers searched nearby neighborhoods for a car with significant front damage, but found nothing.
We just reaching out to the community. We just need help trying to find and locate the vehicle, and then we can investigate that part from there.
55. Now, police want everyone to know to avoid this area from 59th Avenue all the way down to 55th Avenue. Chris, as soon as it reopens, we'll let you know when that happens. But significant damage, and the sergeant emphasized to me off camera significant front end damage. Make sure to call police.
All right, Katie Connor live on that breaking news for us. Katie, the minute you have some new information, let us know. We'll get right back to you. But I want to bring in our traffic expert. That's Mallory Moore. Mallory, already a busy morning for you as well.
It is a very busy morning, so I want to give you a look at how to get around that crash where we have Katie this morning. Lower Buckeye and 51st Avenue. You can hop up and use either of those to head north and southbound, east and westbound, just to get around that closure. Now, here in the valley, the freeways aren't doing too bad, but just west of the valley, you're going to see a big closure on I-10. You're going to see it closed in the eastbound direction right at Miller Road. Now, this is because of a semi-rollover. It's involving a couple of vehicles, and I can tell you there are very serious injuries, so we do not know when they will reopen this. So again, this is in the eastbound direction as you're maybe trying to head into Phoenix this morning. So ADOT just tweeted they're trying to set up this smart route, some of your detours to get around it. You're going to hop on State Route 85, take that to Broadway, then you can hop back on Miller. But if you're trying to get maybe further than that, maybe down, you're trying to travel further on I-10, a good option for you would be to take State Route 85 all the way to I-8, guys.
All right, Mallory, speaking of crashes, I want to update you on this situation. Look at the road flares right there put out by investigators. This is going to be the I-17 in Northern, right there at the off-ramp, to be specific here. At least 2 people were transported to the hospital on this one. This is, again, the off-ramp as we're just now getting our first look at some of the ground video. I showed you the ADOT video there. All of this unfolding just, I want to say, maybe around 2:50, 2:45-ish, just before 3 o'clock this morning. Phoenix investigators there on the scene weren't really able to update us as to what exactly happened here because they were certainly busy with dealing with the injured persons here. But that ramp, it sounds like, has since reopened here.
All right, certainly a busy morning already on this Friday to get you started, and we've got to talk about that forecast, too.
Yeah, because we're tracking changes today. It'll be warmer, but it's also going to get windy today. Now, let's start here as we talk about your most accurate forecast. Looking outside as we approach sunrise, nothing but clear skies across the valley here this morning. A great-looking view at Camelback Mountain with our Phoenix Children's Hospital Valley Cam. As you are heading out the door, though, you're going to notice a little bit of a difference. It's a little milder out there. Our temperatures have been hovering in the 70s across much of the valley through the morning. We've had a few breezes overnight that have kept those temperatures a little bit higher. So that Phoenix temperature just at 74 degrees, and we've got a lot of 70s around the valley. Mild as you step outside, clear skies, and we are staying dry today, so plan on abundant sunshine. But it's going to get a little warmer today as well, but right near average. Our high today up to 96 degrees. So a bit of a warmer day, but again, those winds will be key. By this afternoon, windy and even a little dusty. I'll show you when to expect the strongest winds, and we'll talk about that weekend outlook in just a few minutes.
Tragic news for the valley, for the state, for the law enforcement community as a whole, as we learn more about the death of Phoenix police officer David Glasser, killed in the line of duty.
We're learning the man who pulled the trigger was 19 years old. ABC 15's Allison Rodriguez joins us live where that shooting happened. And Allison, a memorial is growing there for Officer Glasser.
Yes, that's right. And you can see it here behind me. We've got candles and balloons for Glasser. But getting back to this man who pulled the trigger, like you mentioned, his name, Israel Santos Baños. He was just 19 years old, too. His family also gathering to remember their loved one who they say wasn't well. Take a look here. Now, his girlfriend's mom says he had threatened suicide the night before the deadly shooting, and then he had sent his father a disturbing photo telling him to call police. His father says his son was a good guy, but he had gotten into drugs. He even tried going to rehab and wanted to enlist in the Army, but a medical condition made him ineligible. Now, his girlfriend's mother says it is a tragedy for both of these families now involved.
Both lives matter. He's got a father, and he's got a mother, and he's got brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles, too. They both do. It's tragic for both. I feel for him, too. He was in our community, and he gave stickers to my grandkids, so I knew him. It's sad. Both of it is very sad.
Officer Glasser was loved in this neighborhood where people recognized him. Now, coming up at 5:30, I'm going to tell you about several events going on around the valley where you can help Officer Glasser's family. Live in Phoenix, Allison Rodriguez, ABC 15.
And so many of our community leaders sharing their thoughts on the tragic death of Officer Glasser. This is what Mayor Greg Stanton had to say.
This is a dark day for the city of Phoenix. Our entire city is hurting today. This is not the news that we had hoped for, but it is too often the reality for those who are sworn to protect us.
And many of you also paying tribute to Officer Glasser. Take a look at this photo sent to us by Sam E. Her son wearing his dad's police jacket, staring at a blue light in honor of Officer Glasser. What a beautiful picture there. If you have any photos or videos paying tribute to our fallen officer, we would love to see them. Just email them to share@abc15.com.
Facebook, a good place, too, to gather and share thoughts and feelings. A lot of people doing so. Another dangerous situation to talk about out on the streets for our Valley law enforcement as a suspect forced officers to shoot at him after investigators say he pointed a gun at them. Take a look here at this exclusive video of that police chase caught on surveillance cameras. There goes the suspect right here. You see it on screen going the wrong way near Clarendon and 53rd Avenue, nearly crashing into another driver there. All of the police are okay. There's the suspect being arrested. An eyewitness says he was quiet until the cops put him in the squad car.
He started kicking, screaming, trying to kick the windows out.
Police have a tough job, don't they? It all started with a call near 41st Avenue and Camelback. Officers were told there was a guy pointing a gun at people. In the end, nobody was hit. We're still working to learn what charges that suspect might be facing. Danielle? And
a Mesa police officer will not be charged in the shooting death of a Valley man. That announcement coming from Maricopa County Attorney Bill Montgomery.
Drop the bar. Drop the metal bar.
Investigators say this new body camera video shows what led up to that December shooting. The officer and his partner tased Ivan Kirstic for refusing to drop a long pipe. Kirstic then yanks out the barbs and pulls out a knife. Montgomery says Kirstic had a history of erratic behavior and wouldn't stop going toward the officer.
Closing that distance in light of all the previous actions is a continuing threat then for the officer.
Kirstic's family hasn't commented just yet on the county attorney's decision.
5:07 as you wake up, we're keeping a close watch on Prop 123 supporters declaring victory as the measure surges closer to a win by the numbers. ABC 15's Justin Pizzera live near 27th Avenue in Northern. Justin, you're at Washington Elementary, one of the schools that would benefit really if it passes.
Yeah, this entire district is really going to benefit from it by about $4.8 million. That is a lot of money that's just going to be pumped into school districts all across the state. This entire Prop 123 plan, though, this is really the governor's plan to pump billions of dollars into education over the next 10 years. Ultimately, though, this is going to settle a lawsuit filed by school districts back in the recession when the state did not properly fund school districts. Now, districts say this money was already owed to them, so they'll be able to use it on things like teacher salaries, which is good news for some educators.
You know, it's that cliche that no one gets into education for money, but that doesn't really help me when I have to pay my bills every month. I actually have 3 part-time jobs, and I have, like I said, I came from the corporate world, and after 12 years, I don't even make half of what I made in my last corporate salary.
All right, so here's a little breakdown of what districts are actually going to get next month. $4.8 million, that's coming to the school district that I'm in here. Tempe Union High School, more than $3 million. And Scottsdale Unified, over $5 million. Again, that money is expected next month. We're live in Phoenix. Justin Pizzera, ABC 15.
Justin, thank you. You know, they are supposed to make your house smell better, not burn it down, but we've got a warning tied to a very popular type of air freshener.
And public pools, those are popular spots once that summer heat kicks in. But a new report from the CDC may have you thinking twice about getting in the water.
And East Valley drivers, you're all quiet right now. US 60 right at Dobson, but we'll take a closer look at your East Valley drive this morning.
And we're waking up to clear skies and mild temperatures, but we are in for a sunny, windy, and warm day. And we'll talk about the changes you'll feel this weekend next.